North Olmsted, Ohio. You're listening to the Square Table Degenerates Podcast. Before we go, can you say this is way long? You're listening to the Square Table Degenerates Podcast?
Sure. Hey, this is William Hall, and you're listening to the Square Table Podcast.
Smoke weed every day.
And now, all right, we're live, everybody. Welcome back to the episode 48 of the STD Podcast. I'm Joe, your host as always. Now, let me make sure we're live. Make sure we're public.
Yeah, we're on.
Yeah, we're public. All right, cool. We got nobody listening to the new intro yet, but we're live again. I gave Stu the link out.
Maybe we need to do the intro like 30 minutes in, just so.
Yeah, well, we can do the intro again in here a couple of seconds. But with me, back, welcome back, everybody, to another fucking quarantine edition of the STD Podcast. I'm Joe, obviously, Joey Edibles. With us is Tom to the right, and in the bubble to the left on the bottom, as always, is Dennis, my boy D Nice, D Dub Watt. How was your week, buddy?
Man, it was awesome. I slept and I played a lot of video games, dude.
Did you? I heard you got good on Call of Duty, man. What was? Now let me ask you, man. You've been to. Everybody here, this is a 100% vet show. I didn't even think about that. Everybody here has been to the Iraq War. You were there, man. You were there in the shit with the grunts, weren't you?
No.
Now what was this Call of Duty? Is it like war, or is it just like some like nah?
Oh yeah, it's just you like it. You get to respawn.
Oh nice.
Oh, yeah.
Now, do you get to respawn when you're
whatever with a like 200 pounds weapons on your back, like RPGs and stuff, and then you can switch like right away, like
Oh yeah.
And reload like really fast.
Now, can you respawn in line at the chow hall if like one of those the Ugandan contractors poisons you or some shit or what? Like, do they have the real life version of fucking Call of Duty?
Yeah, but you have to yell Jumbo first.
You gotta get poisoned by the food the contractors will cook it, man.
When we were in LUD, man, this my buddy Chris Wright, he saw, I don't know what nationality they were, but whatever Arab nation.
I think a lot of them were like from India or something.
Yeah, hey Erica, what's up? Erica's been back in the house, good deal. So we were over there, and this guy was carrying a big plate of hash browns, right? And he stumbled on something and he dropped it. It was a big fucking tray, like 70 hash browns. You know what you put up? He picked every last one of them back up, put it back in the bin, put it right back in the thing. Didn't even drop back in the fryer. Try to hide that shit.
Well, you can't waste. I mean,
You gotta be, yeah.
you're in a war zone. What are you gonna do?
But I mean, you could at least drop it back in the fryer, man. I mean, I know Marines and whatever I was in, we're all used to, just roughing it and eating. But man, you can't just eat stuff off the floor, dude. What if there's a hair in that?
I mean, I'd rather eat that than an MRE, honestly.
That's true. MREs are gross.
I don't hate them. They're all right.
Most of them are bad, but some of them are good. Like the enchilada, like beef enchilada is pretty good.
I mean, it's like picking the best way to get raped. I mean, it's not fun. I mean,
no, I like the chili mac. That
Chili
was always
Mac is
pretty
good.
chili mac.
Very nice.
If you're out there and you're in the army, now I know army guys love to talk about MREs. Like, remember at work we'd be talking about MREs.
It's better than their chow hall food. That's why.
The army just do whatever to their people, man. Just like boom, do this, and they got to listen. They would tell me that, and I'd be like, nope, not army.
I mean, the Marines pretty much too. They gotta. I mean, have you seen when they ordered the code red? Man, Marines are just like that.
But at least in the Marines though, they kind of at least the thing I gathered about the Marines is that they look out for each other. Like if somebody fucks up, they're gonna cover for you. So nobody sees it. It's like that. Now the army, they just don't give a fuck. Every man's out for himself. You see somebody doing one thing against AR, whatever the army regulation is. Boy, you are out, so man. You're fucking out to service.
Oh no, in the Marine Corps, pretty much if you out anybody, you're a buddy fucker. You're a BF. You're a Blue Falcon.
Oh yeah,
you
Blue Falcon.
One of those guys.
No, not at all.
No,
even in the Air Force, you don't want to be a Blue Falcon.
Yeah,
everybody hates you.
Blue Falcon. Well, Blue Falcon. Well, speaking of the Falcons, what's the Blue Angels? Now, for all our hero workers out there, what's the Blue Angels wasting taxpayer dollars on gas supposed to do to help the fucking coronavirus?
They have to fly training hours anyway, Joe.
They're just trying to keep a third shift up during the day when they're trying to sleep.
Right. It's kind of like the only thing they did, and it's like, I mean,
Do you feel better? Did it go over Cleveland or did that one miss?
Yeah, it was a
I
couple
saw C-130s flying over us pretty low.
Oh,
last week.
Yeah, because that's cool. Who wants to see that?
I know.
Airplane.
Here's a 130. Wow.
I mean, it was pretty cool for the kids who never saw a plane that big, that close.
I guess so.
Yeah, but
you know, we
seems
used
like
to have we had this thing called the air show every year here. Anyway.
Yeah, that was in the before times.
Yeah, they could just bring that back.
And wouldn't you think that the air show would kind of just shut down and then like these pilots? Where are we flying that we need training hours for these pilots? Like,
They always have that. They have to fly so many hours a month to keep their pilot rating.
To keep breaking the planes, yeah.
Simulators, maybe. I mean, do we really need all this fucking active training on a, what didn't you, Dennis? You know the cost per flight mile of fuel on one of those things, or something? What was that ridiculous rate?
Oh yeah, I don't know. I think it's like $20,000, dollars an hour.
Yeah,
right.
It's like $5,000 an hour just to keep it running on the tarmac.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Dude, these pilots, they do this thing called a final flight or finny flight or whatever, and it's tens of thousands, or hundreds of thousands of dollars and shit. Every pilot gets one of these, and what I've gathered to run is that the fucking pilots run the whole military pretty much. I mean, they let them do whatever.
In the Air Force, yeah, the Air Force is built around pilots.
We don't need all those pilots no more. Like, we don't. Fucking drones, man. The drones do all of it. Tell me a drone couldn't do all that work.
Well, someone has to pilot a drone oftentimes. I mean, they don't trust the drones to just fly, put a program in and let it, not for the most part. Not yet.
I'm bringing out more drones if I'm the fucking president. I don't know about you guys. Fuck it. Anyways, we got some shit coming up here now. For those of you who don't know, Mother's Day is this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
No, today is what, Friday? So that's the 10th. You still got 2 days to buy shit. I would recommend buying it tomorrow, because if you go Sunday morning, they're going to know what's up, and they're going to think you forgot. You always got to buy at least 12 hours before the day hits, I think.
Where are you going shopping to buy the stuff? You can't order anything online.
That time is past already.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, we could have reminded him a week ago. I mean,
oh, well, hey, did you guys? We still got time for my birthday though. It's May 13th. Did you guys get me? What did you guys get me?
Check your pockets.
Oh, wait, I like surprises. All
right, close your eyes. What do you see? That's what you got. But yeah, back to Mother's Day. Now, I was thinking about Mother's Day, and it's and how people go, oh, which the moms of fur babies are counted too, and this and that. I think we should. I think we should do this. And I know there's probably already one of these. All right, so bear with me here. But I think we should change Mother's Day to Woman's Day or Women's Day, something like that. Okay. I mean, it's kind of what now. Now, bear with me here. I gotta say a phrase. I don't know if this is offensive or not.
So probably. Now that you said that. So.
Yeah, but it's definitely offensive.
Now, for those chicks out there with barren wombs, like it's kind of offensive to like have Mother's Day. I mean, they couldn't have babies through any. They couldn't even have babies, dude. So it's like. What do you think of my proposal, guys?
I mean, it does leave out those who,
we have International Women's Day. Is that the same
struggling with infertility, and those may have tried. Maybe like it's a sore day, like a sore reminder.
Right. It's kind of shitty. Like say you were like right. Say you were a mom and you were you lost a baby or something, and then oh, everybody's supposed to Happy Mother's Day, everybody, including those. It's like and it's just you just tear up, and it's kind of unnecessary emotional trauma for these moms, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. But I mean, for all those of you out there who are mothers and who mothers of fur babies and childless moms, and if you have a mother, a mother, someone who has a mother, enjoy the day for all those mothers and all that stuff, man. Go get some chocolate and go to the drug market, get some flowers. Don't get the blue flowers on the top row because that's the ones I want. Oh, hey, Michelle Holmes is in the house. What's up?
Call it Dos Equis days.
Dos Equis. You ever had Dos Equis? Dennis, you had that shit down in Mexico, right?
Oh, I've had tons of it.
Dos Equis.
I hate it, but it's usually, they only got like 3 or 4 beers available. So
of all the shit Mexican beers, I can omit the shit. Of all the Mexican beers, what is your least favorite?
And they all pretty much say something, probably Corona, just because that's the one I've had the most, so I'm tired of it.
Probably Corona Light, just because I like Corona better.
Oh, Corona Light, it wasn't good. I can fuck with Corona's probably my favorite, honestly, though. I like Corona, and then the other beers are like Sol and Tecate and Dos Equis. Okay.
I like Tecate, and probably my favorite out of the macros are probably the Dos Equis Amber.
Dos Equis Amber. I think I've had that in a minute though.
Yep, it's pretty good.
Some of those beers are just fucking garbage. That's Sol. Look it up. If you're ever in Mexico, do not get.
Yeah, I've had Sol. I've had Sol plenty of times.
Sol, like SOUL.
No, SOUL. Like the sun in Spanish. Sol, SOL. It's actually I can look it up here. Hold on. Yeah, dude, it's
Sol like the sun.
It came in a 40, man. It came in a 40 ounce.
Which you can get it so you can get pretty much any of the beers in a 40 ounce, or you can get it in cans, or you can get it in like 6-pack bottles, whatever format is available in every format there.
So this is it. Let's see here. Sol homepage. 7 best and Mexican worst lagers reviewed.
I wouldn't say it's the worst. I
don't know, man. I can't really think of anything worse. Oh, I don't know what Facebook. Fuck that. Oh,
it pretty much. It doesn't. I kind of like it.
Susan, Sue says, "What's up, Boone's Farm bitches and Little Kings?" Oh, I got a funny little. We'll get off Sol. Fuck Sol. But I got a funny little King story. So we were senior year. Well, my head's too big here. There we go. Senior year of high school. Right now, Sue, we're talking about. We were talking about Mexican beers, but now we're talking about Little Kings because I got a funny Little King story. And you mentioned it. Now I was driving to school senior year. Right, it was me, Hernan, and this kid Will Munoz. Right, and we're driving down Fleet. We went to school on the east side, so I was driving down Fleet, going to the Foreman campus of Central Catholic, and I was pounding a 40. Or no, it was a double deuce. You know those double deuces, 22 ounce Little King, and I was drinking that. I think I had 1 or 2. It wasn't much, but it was raining or snowing, one of the two. And you're an idiot. You're 17. You're in high school. I gunned it, but I hit the brakes and I skidded, and I hit this guy like this, poof, poof, and I went over the side, and. His car was fucked. He couldn't move it, but my car was drivable. I exchanged insurance information. I told the school I was going to be late. Back then, we didn't have cell phones. I had to go to a payphone and call him. But man, that guy never got anything out of my insurance. But I had to fucking I was drinking that 40. I was only that 22 ounce. I was only like 17 years old, so I had to chuck it. And he didn't never smelled any alcohol in my breath or anything. Thank God. That would have been a fuck, man. They wouldn't let me graduate.
Yeah, man. They take your driver's license until you're like 21, I think.
Well, they didn't though, so I was lucky. Yeah. I luck and all that shit. All right, so how did we get off? We got off on a tangent there. Well, that's the first for this show. But also too. All right, so happy Mother's. Oh, Sue, you're in the house now. Happy Mother's Day, Michelle. Happy Mother's Day, Erica. Happy Mother's Day. I wish everybody who comes on the show, who's got boobs, a happy Mother's Day. Let's see here. Oh, Dennis, your favorite boy, Tekashi 69 is out of the joint, dude.
I don't even know who that is.
You know who that is?
I mean, I know I've seen memes with him, but I don't know any of his music.
Well, I wasn't expecting you to know his music, but he got out. Now, why would he be out?
Why did he get out?
Well, because he snitched, man. They say snitches just get out. I mean, you don't get stitches, you just get out.
Did he do something serious though?
Or no? I don't really know. I didn't really keep up with that. I was figuring, because he's like he's black and you're black. I figured there was a connection.
Is he black? I didn't know that. Is he black, bro? I thought he was Mexican.
He's not white. I know that. All right, it says.
Yeah, you might have
to look it up.
Yeah, look at see, all right, Tekashi 69 race. All right, Sue wrote, what's the youngest you bought booze from the store? All right,
his real name is Daniel Hernandez. So
he's got to be either like a mom's Mexican or he's white or like the George Zimmerman white or something. I don't know. But Sue wrote, what's the youngest you've ever bought booze from the store? I was 15 years old. I was getting my confirmation back in 92. And I went to there was a store on 105th and Parkhurst called, I don't even know what that, Sunshine Beverage, I think, something like that. But I bought a 6-pack of this beer called Colders 29. They ain't make it no more. And I bought a 6, and I drank like 5 of them. Erica said he's Hispanic. How old were you when you first bought beer, Dennis? Back then it was easy. You just walk in there, they sold, didn't give a fuck.
No, they never. No, because the gaming control board or the liquor control board in Detroit, man, they were harsh. So I didn't buy. I bought booze for the first time I was 18, and I paid a homeless person to go in.
Serious?
Yeah, it was my first weekend in college at University of Detroit Mercy. And we got drunk as fuck. I bought Hennessy. for the very first time I got drunk, and I have not bought Hennessy ever since then, man, because I got so fucking pissed.
Fucking end of the dome. Tom, how old were you when you first bought beer from a store?
Oh, 21, because I didn't have to buy from the store when I was under 21.
Oh, you had a brother. You had brothers and shit, didn't
I
you?
have 2 older brothers. So.
Oh, he had 2 older. Fuck. He was good to
I thought you were gonna say you were Mormon. That's why you never.
Right, he's like, I didn't drink till I was 32. You guys knew me. It was in the office and it was a beer. That's awesome, man. But so I was gonna this is a controversial topic, but there's this Ahmed Arbery guy or Arbery. He was this black gentleman. He was jogging down in Georgia back in February, and he got shot by this off-duty officer and his dad or something like that. I don't know exactly what it was.
But his dad was a retired local sheriff, I think.
Yeah, Michael and George McMike. No, Gregory.
Well, if you want to talk about Joe, should you get the detail? The guy, he was a retired. They said he was a retired investigator for the prosecutor's office. So he wasn't like a beat cop. He was he must have been like a kind of like a detective. Sometimes a prosecutor has their own investigator, Oh, and his son was also, with him when they went.
Were both of them cops or just the dad?
No, just the dad who's retired. He's not like an active.
Wait, so these cops aren't even active?
Huh?
These cops
he's former law enforcement.
Oh, it's ridiculous. Well, Susie asking what we're talking about. Well, there was a couple back in February. There was this case of this guy, black gentleman. His name is, I wrote it down so I won't forget because he deserves his name to be spoken. Ahmaud Arbery. He was just jogging and in some neighborhood in jogging clothes. And this retired guy, these two cops, he's not a cop, I guess. He's retired something.
Yeah. I mean, he has no powers of arrest or anything like
Craig
that.
McMichael or Travis McMichael is the name of these guys.
2 civilians, basically.
They gunned them down in cold blood. 2 civilians, basically. Gunned them down in cold blood. But there's the reason I bring this up is there's this group on Facebook called Justice for Gregory and Travis McMichael. Now, I checked because this has been going on all day on Facebook, and I was kind of really curious about it. So I went into the group's admin list, and I IM'd one of the guys. His name was David something. I don't know. David Eisenberry, something like that. And he said he'd do an interview with me. I was going to talk about the group. Mm-hmm. But, your posts just say, what? My phone is cutting off. I don't see my post. Blah. That's all they say. And I said, hey, let's do an interview. But I told him to do about 6 o'clock, and I was out doing something. I didn't get back to about 7 or so. So I am the one I got back. He didn't message me. But this group, somebody
basically ghosted him for the interview.
Well, I know I did kind of, and so I mean, it is what it is. But his picture and his profile is like Bill Nye the Science Guy, and it was just created recently, so it's probably an alt something like that. But Dennis, you posted about that group on your feed. Now, what your one friend said something about? He joined the group. What happened there?
Yeah, he said thankfully most of the group was just people making fun of the admin.
That's what I figured.
Who created the group. So the 80,000, people, it might not be like an accurate list of people who are actually interested in the cause.
Right.
They're not actually like followers. They're just ripping on them.
Well, that's what I was thinking. That for a moment, that's what I thought it was kind of, and I still think it's kind of. It was like a sarcasm group. Like, I mean, there's nobody. I mean, there are people who defend cops and stuff like that. I'm not gonna say that is not that, but I mean, to have in this kind of environment, to have an entire group like that just seems kind of like, why would Facebook even let that happen? You know what I mean? Like, it makes no sense. Like, they banned me for saying the W word. And they're letting this group go with 80,000 people supporting some murderers. Those shit don't make no sense to me.
Yeah, it's 2 country boys riding around the backwoods of Georgia with in a pickup truck with guns.
Well, maybe they're scared. The people who probably support this guy are probably, it's probably like a lot of gun nuts, and they can come at Facebook. I mean, they have offices. Maybe it's a calculated risk, that they took.
Do you remember in Forrest Gump when they were driving that pickup truck against Forrest Gump?
That's exactly what it reminds you of, though.
I was just thinking of that, dude. Like, but also in that movie, in Forrest Gump, we're gonna get to some Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks ain't on the list. We're gonna go over some movies in a little bit, but I want to touch on some current issue topics, obviously. But in that movie, dude, they would just ran him over and killed him. Like, you're not gonna bump somebody driving, then he's gonna take off and run 25 miles an hour, and then you're speeding up. Like, that was the fakest part of the whole movie, in my opinion.
Oh yeah. Once the movie had him running across the country back and forth multiple times, like it wasn't even plausible at that point.
Well, how long would it take to run across the country? Okay, Google. How long would it take to run across the country nonstop? Let's see here. It doesn't even say. Right, okay, cool. How long does it take to walk from New York to LA?
They had some guy who's done it that I read about. I think one of them might used to have been like special forces or something, and he did it to raise awareness.
Well, actually, if it takes you to, if you can walk from New York to LA in 38 days, it says, you can theoretically do it over a period of, in that movie, he was doing it for what, 3 years. So, I mean, if they said several times across America, it's there. You could do it. I mean, he did stop when he was tired and when he needed to pee, he peed,
How did he have money to do that? Is my question. But
well, he had the Apple fucking computer contract. Remember Uncle?
The Apple stock. Okay, that happened before that. Then.
Yeah. After that, by that time, he was retired and just was a gazillionaire and just did whatever. Remember?
Okay, I haven't seen the movie in a while, so I don't remember.
Yeah. All right, so we got some. Since nobody, we're gonna play the intro again, I think. All right, so for those of you who don't know the show, we got an intro now. Okay.
And we're going to do the intro every time a new person starts watching. Here we go.
No, but there were 0 people who were watching it. So I want to play the intro again because there's more people watching now. So everybody check out the new intro. Live from North Olmsted, Ohio, you're listening to the Square Table Degenerates Podcast. Before we go, can you say, this is William Long, you're listening to the Square Table Degenerates Podcast?
Sure. Hey, this is William Long, and you're listening to the Square Degenerates Podcast.
Smoke weed every day.
Dude, my kids are so sick of hearing that. I must have played that fucking 50
I think you
times.
need to edit it down. You need to edit it down so that you're not asking him to say the intro. It's just him saying the intro.
I tried both ways. I thought that one sounded kind of fun. You think it'd be better if I just did, this is William Hung.
Him, like where he starts with, hey, I'm William Hung.
That's the way the first one did. I think I'll do it like that.
Versus
but what do you think?
You telling him to say it.
What's that?
What do you think of the new intro, man? Do you like it?
It was awesome, man. I always like that song. I like hearing that song.
I really do too, man. That song just pops. I love it. All right, let's get into some of the source material here, the main part of the show. We're going to talk about the movies tonight. All right. So we're going to start with Tom Cruise in honor of Tom because his name is Tom. Now, what are your favorite? Let's do some screen sharing here. We'll bring up Tom Cruise's movies. Tom Cruise. Now, for those of you who don't know who Tom Cruise is, he was the inventor of the hover round. But there's another more famous Tom Cruise who was.
Hi, I'm Tom Cruise, inventor of the hover round.
This Tom Cruise, the actor, was born Thomas Cruise Mapother IV.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. And born in July 3rd, 1962, is an American actor and producer. He has a net worth of $570 million. Jesus. All right, so here's Tom Cruise. We're gonna watch some clips here too. We can, as long as you say credit goes to blah blah blah, you can play clips. At least that's my theory. Let's see some of his Tom Cruise's movies.
I just go to IMDb. Is usually a listing for
IMDb.
That's a good idea.
Cruise. Well, how about that? We'll do it like this. I got a good way to do this. We'll do our top 5 movies, and we'll play a clip from each of our favorite Tom Cruise or favorite movies of all the things. All right, IMDb. Oh, I forgot about Top Gun. Fuck. All right.
Yeah, there's a new Top Gun coming out.
No, I know. We talked about that.
This summer.
I won Top Gun or whatever. All right, so starting going back from 1981, his first movie was Endless Love. Was his debut. Never heard of it. Then there was Taps. I never heard of that. The Outsiders. I do remember that. Losing It. Risky Business.
Everybody remembers the the Risky Business.
That he comes in the fucking underwear, and
yep,
the Tom Cruise legend started. God damn, it was 1983, and he's still considered a sex symbol. That's like, man, that's kind of like me. 40 years later, that's 37 years later, dude. And he's still considered, man. Fuck, that's old. So he was only 21 in Risky Business. Damn, was that the one where he went to the island and did no, that was Cocktails and Dreams. All right, then All the Right Moves, Legend, Top Gun, Color of Money, Rain Man, Cocktail. I saw all these. Well, let's start with all your favorite movies, and we'll get into some of these other ones. What was your some of your favorite Tom Cruise movies?
Probably the most iconic one that I remember is just the first Mission Impossible that he did. It was so good.
That was the one where he was. Let's read the plot.
It was 1996.
96. Damn, that was a long time ago.
Yeah. It's when then they had like the scene where he drops into the CIA and
let's watch a clip real quick.
And he did the face mask.
I'll see how long. Here's a clip from my Mission Impossible. This is a courtesy of RCAA.
How long is this trailer?
Paramount Studios. This is 2 minutes.
Good morning, Mr. Phelps. This is your mission should you choose to accept
Look how old these graphics are.
Should you or any member of your IM force be caught or killed, the Secretary will disavow all knowledge of your actions.
This is so good, though.
Will be your point man, as usual. Good luck, Jim.
Smoking a cigarette at the command council.
That on the airplane, isn't he? He's smoking a cigarette on the airplane.
Simple game.
And the music?
Always.
It's
much worse than you think.
The bullet. That was the first time they had the bullet train.
Abort, that's an order.
And they did the whole like switcheroo thing too. That was pretty good.
They knew we were coming.
Oh yeah, that knife. The knife almost gave him up. Yeah.
How he did it. I want to know why he did it. You worried about me.
They also reused this plot so many times, like the list of spies.
Yeah.
It's falling into enemy hands.
But I think this is one of his best movies that he ever did.
You guys are trained to be.
Oh yeah.
I like the Mission Impossible where he was in that Russian prison and he starts out and he goes like this and he opens all the doors. What one was that?
I remember.
I don't know. There's so many of them now.
Oh, Ghost Protocol.
He was in,
5 or 6 of them.
When he was in the opening sequence for Austin Powers was good too.
Oh, and Tropic Thunder, man. When he was with the Girl Fishman or who was that guy? Or Les? His hair probably looks like that for real. That was just Tom Cruise without a hairpiece.
It's awesome, man. We got some. Shannon Murph said, "Jumping on Oprah's couch is
played some of the most iconic movies."
Was one of the things he remembers most about Cruise. That do you remember that? Are you guys old enough to remember that when he did that?
I didn't watch it live, but I've seen enough clips about it.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't watched Oprah since I was a kid, but I remember it when it happened.
All right, so I like. Hold on, let's see. One of my favorite Top Gun has been kind of dumb, but I like when let's see. Go back.
Yeah, new Top Gun is out this year, though. Remember that?
Oh, Top Gun! Yeah. Announced right there. Top Gun 7.
It's supposed to come out this summer, but I think they canceled most movies that are coming out this summer.
Yeah, so they're pushing it back. I think until December or something. So far,
it says right there. Post production.
Yeah. Well, that's my only goal is to have social distancing in by the time Top Gun 2.
Yeah, I want to go see that movie with my dad. My dad really likes the first Top Gun.
Oh, here's one that I haven't seen in forever that I love. Born on the 4th of July. Do you guys remember this movie?
Yeah, no, that's probably my favorite one.
You don't remember this? Tom, you gotta watch this preview. You gotta watch this.
Yeah, never even.
You'll like this one.
Yeah, it's Oliver. It's part of Oliver Stone's.
It's Oliver Stone.
Yeah.
Staying home saves lives. This message brought to you by the Ad Council. Stay home. As you can see, we're at home. Stay home together. Everybody stay home at the same home. All right, here we go. Courtesy of Paramount Studios.
I got my camera kind of. I can move it so I can watch it. Put it over here.
Oh,
I wanted to be a good American.
Universal Studios, sorry.
I wanted to serve my country.
Yeah, he starts out patriotic. Yeah.
Wait, to fight my first war.
We got him! We got him! Look out!
Yeah!
Let the word go forth.
Daddy, the soldier!
And the force has been passed to a new
We never got a parade, you know that?
Your brother's a hard worker, Tommy.
We didn't, because our war never ended.
It's life, as long as you do your best. That's what matters to God.
First off, young men, let's get one thing straight.
Yeah, Marines.
Crowder as a United States Marine.
Our dad's got to go to WW2. This is our chance to do something.
Yeah.
What you're doing, you can just. Did you ever think about that? Just help me, Jesus. Help me to make the right decision. Sometimes I just like to stay here and never leave. I gotta go.
13,000 miles. It's a long way to go to fight a war.
Don't you know what it means to me to be a Marine, Dad? Ever since I was a kid, I've wanted this. Wanted to serve my country.
It gets better than
I'll die there if I have to.
There's something happening here.
You gotta try and stay alive, okay? You hear me?
Exactly clear.
Chicago has an Alice in Wonderland quality about it. Things are getting curiouser and curiouser.
Get up there. Get up there. Keep going. Keep going. Come on.
Oh, that's part he's in the VA hospital. Remember that? And he's getting treated like shit there.
That's a good looking motherfucker, right? Jesus. What do you eat all looks?
Nobody's right if everybody's right.
That was what's your name?
Getting so much resistance from behind. We find where to stop. Okay, what's that sound?
We are here to tell the truth. People say if you don't love America, then get the hell out. Traitor! Well, I love America.
Basically, if you just took Lieutenant Dan's character from Forrest Gump and then eventually made him into an anti-war protester, that would summarize Born on the 4th of July.
I've never even heard of it.
You never really heard of that movie? I love one of the first
Oliver Stone made three really famous Vietnam movies. That was his second after Platoon, and then his third was Heaven and Earth. They're all great movies. Yeah.
Yeah, Born on the 4th of July. We'll do. We got a couple more Tom Cruise movies, and we'll move on to the next guy. But we got let's see here. What other movies that he did was just stuck out? Jerry Maguire was good. A Few Good Men, obviously. Days of Thunder. Cocktails and Dreams. Rain Man. Do you remember Rain Man, Tom?
Oh yeah, I've seen it a couple times.
Magnolia. I'm trying to find some of the ones we haven't seen. Oh, here we go. This one might be my favorite right here. Minority Report. You guys remember? Oh. I love Minority Report. All right, we're gonna watch this.
It's all right.
You don't like Minority Report?
I thought it was good.
I just don't love it. I mean,
I thought this movie was very underrated. Let's watch the trailer. This is
it's
courtesy
not bad. It's not a bad movie. No, I don't
courtesy of whatever studio.
A message for children. Thank you for being helpers. By staying home, you're protecting.
Sorry about
other
these
people
ads,
from
guys.
getting
I don't
sick.
control this
You're
part.
making a big
Good job, kids, for staying home.
find ways to help
Right.
children. UNICEFUSA.org.
Don't trust anyone. Just find the Minority Report. Blast off with the best reviewed movie in America. People magazine says dazzling. 4 stars of riveting journey.
This is a good movie, though.
Spielberg strike gold. It's Steven Spielberg's sharpest entertainment since Raiders of the Lost Ark. Tom Cruise.
Wow, that's pretty boastful. We're just gonna gloss over fucking Indiana Jones.
The story of this one is really good. It's nice seeing like original ideas.
That's a big problem I have with movies nowadays. Is just these movies all fucking have the same plot, and they just redo fucking movies that have already been redone.
Oh, Fast and the Furious.
Fast and Furious 19. All right, there was one more on here that Dennis liked, and I haven't seen it in a while. I know Dennis likes this movie because he's talked about it a lot. It's Vanilla Sky. Vanilla Sky. You like that? You'd like that one.
I talked about it a lot, but yeah, I like that movie.
Real quick, if you scroll up, you're talking about like watching the same film over and over. I just scrolled up on his IMDb. Both Mission Impossible 7 and 8 are in post-production, or at least announced.
Are you serious? We gotta check that. Hold on. I want to see it before we go.
Yeah, like they're announced to come out.
Mission Impossible 7, 2021. Mission Impossible 8, 2022. Wow. Top Gun Maverick post-production. So they already filmed that one out. Wow. That's so they're going to 8. So they're doing exactly like fucking Fast and Furious did. That's so ridiculous. All right, here we go. Hopefully this trailer is a little bit longer than 30 seconds.
I don't remember this one.
You know what? Vanilla Sky I thought was really good.
You had to watch it, but Don't get high and watch it because then you get really confused. So
This is courtesy of
RJ in a world.
The world's gone mad. It's courtesy of Paramount Studios.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a mind fuck actually, but it's a great movie.
Without any real adventure to call her own. What is any life if not the pursuit of a dream?
Oh, isn't Cameron Diaz so crazy?
I called to see if you got her email, and the department still needs a decision on the color of the letters for the bikini issue.
David, which one? Hey, honey, I'll call you later.
When? Don't say soon. I hate it when you say
Cameron Diaz from 1996 to 1990 to 2000 was fucking so hot.
Sometimes we sleep.
And then there was Miss Cruz.
You want with your life, but one day you'll know what love truly is. What do I have displeasure?
The pleasure of Sophia.
The pleasure of
I would
Sophia.
spend the rest of my life with that girl, man.
I am not going in there.
Good night.
That's Dennis close to burn some bitches and shit.
Pretty much.
Bitch. Talk no more.
How much for?
One kiss.
How much for one kiss?
Smile is gonna be the end of me.
I feel like the trailer is confusing. It doesn't really give you a good idea what the movie is about.
Right, at least this trailer is just not good. The first half totally doesn't represent this movie at all.
Right, not at all. Not at all.
Makes a promise whether you do or not.
Oh my god, this scene is so scary. I had a chick try to do that to me. Somebody similar to me today.
I know. Isn't it when you lost that ring?
Yeah.
That was a great story. You have to tell that one day.
So what was the plot of this?
It's kind of hard to tell, right?
You just have to watch it. Trust us. It's a good movie. It's perplexing.
In the movie, it looks like in the plot, it looks like Tom Cruise is engaged to Cameron Diaz, and he cheats on her with that one chick, and then
no, he's not.
Right, that's what I got so far.
But basically, he's like a playboy. He's like a rich playboy, and you just got to start there. I mean, it's pretty awesome. Like he's like a head of a magazine, stuff that got passed down to him from his father, and he just lives the life of a rich playboy, and then his life is all of a sudden dramatically changed at some point in the movie.
Yeah, that's all right. We got some comments here. RJ wrote Super Bowl win on IMBD in 2030. No, it's because it'd be in 2020, baby. Brown Super Bowl. We would talk more sports on the show, but nobody else likes sports on the show except me. We got a bunch of lames.
That's not true.
I bet it's filmed. Yeah, it probably was filmed in Vancouver, honestly. All right, there's one more that I wanted to check on this list before we went to the next guy here. I really like the one that I saw in here. Hold on. Edge of Tomorrow. No, that wasn't it. Eyes Wide Shut. Do you remember Eyes Wide Shut, Tom?
I know I've seen it once.
It's Stanley Kubrick. I like this movie, man.
I've seen all the Stanley Kubrick films, but
this was his last. This was the one where they supposedly killed him. This is
wait, what's this?
This is Eyes Wide Shut. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
No. Let me give you some background on Eyes Wide Shut. Now, Eyes Wide Shut was Stanley Kubrick's last movie. Stanley Kubrick did Clockwork Orange, 2000, The Space Work Odyssey, and all that stuff, Full Metal Jacket, stuff like that. Now, in 1987, he was filming this movie called Eyes Wide Shut, and it's supposedly about the Illuminati and their secret sex orgy parties. He died before they filmed this movie, and the rumor was that he was killed because they didn't want the Illuminati showing these big orgy parties and shit like that. That's what the rumor is. I can't verify it's true.
Shall we?
But this trailer is kind of a mind fuck, though. I really like this trailer. Watch this.
I have to watch this again because I feel like the first couple times I watched
Ooh,
I think you can forget about the video cassette part.
You might be able to find a video cassette out there somewhere. Yeah,
DVDs are still around though. They're still hanging on
well,
by a thread.
All right. Well, let's take a survey of everybody here and everybody in the audience about DVDs. All right. We got let's see. RJ wrote, I think you need to change the name of the podcast. Where are the degenerates? Yeah, this is kind of a square thing going on. I mean, there's only so much weed you can smoke and only so much beer you can drink. I mean, the first couple weeks of the quarantine were cool. It's like, yeah, let's have a party. Every day let's try to one up ourselves. And after a couple weeks, it's like, there's nobody here, man. It's kind of boring. But so he wrote, I think you need to change the name of the podcast. Oh, I just said that. All right. And I totally lost track of what I was doing. Oh, the next guy on the list here.
Yeah, now we're gonna need to call it Square Table Studs.
Studs, baby. All right, top 5 Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. All right, sweet. Bunch of old guys watching movie trailers. Well, I mean, it is what it is. The guy RJ ghosted. Yeah, we got Lysol because of RJ. But the one guy ghosted. Well, he didn't ghost. I ghosted him, and then he never returned my message. But that probably would have went stupid anyway. So I don't really care. Let's see, Schwarzenegger.
So while you're doing Arnold Schwarzenegger, looking for him, I'm gonna actually wrote down a list of my favorite ones before we even get started.
Okay, perfect.
Because I like my lists. In no particular order, except for probably my favorite, and then the rest are just random. Terminator 2.
Oh, I love
I've seen the movie so many times.
Oh yeah, everyone. I think you see it at least a few times a year.
I had it on VHS. It was one of the few like VHS tapes that I actually had. And I think I killed it. Like I watched it so many times. But then they came out the DVD and they had like what's it called? Like unreleased or director's cut or additional things. And that just like blew my mind that because you watch a movie 100 times and then all of a sudden like, oh yeah, here's like 5 new scenes you've never seen before. Like changes the film.
T2 was 1991, and at the time was so groundbreaking. Even that movie was, in terms of being ahead of its time for 91, that movie could have came out in the year 2000. And I would argue that the special effects in T2 are even better than The Matrix in some aspects. I mean, that liquid metal and all the stuff, everything going around. I mean, that was just fucking phenomenal, dude.
Like Jurassic Park came out when
93,
and that still holds up today.
Oh yeah, the groundbreakiness. Back then, you would have
dinosaurs.
Right. Back then, you'd have to go on the computer and edit each bullet hole and spend. They said that once. Remember that scene in Star Wars, where the redo Star Wars, where they had Han Solo walking over Boba Fett's tail, or not Boba Fett, Jabba the Hutt's tail, and he stepped on it. They said they took like fucking, I don't know, like how many months or years to film just that one little 2-minute part because they had to go frame by frame. It was so excruciating back then.
And then after Terminator 2 is Predator.
Predator's good with Jesse Ventura, man.
Mm-hmm. Conan the Destroyer. Not
Two
Conan
future governors in that movie.
Conan the Destroyer came out in 84, and then Conan the I didn't know there was 2 different Conans, man.
So Conan the Barbarian was the one with James Earl Jones, where he like turns into a snake or whatever it was.
Let's watch these trailers because I have not seen this in years. Let's see here. Hopefully they got a trailer. All right, Conan the Barbarian. These should be good. These old Schwarzenegger movies when he's probably juicing are fucking hilarious.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is one of the biggest movie stars of all time.
We should
watch this because it's like a rehash of his films.
It's out on some blockbusters along the way.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Oh.
Schwarzenegger was known only for bodybuilding when he appeared on The New Day in 1973.
That's like me.
His first foray into Hollywood.
Jesus.
From there, he began working his way up mainly through small TV roles before being considered for the Incredible Hulk series. Producers wanted someone even taller, though, and the 6'2" Schwarzenegger lost the role to 6'3",
just like me, man.
Lou Ferrigno.
I didn't know that. He was supposed to be the Hulk.
Schwarzenegger also auditioned for the title roles in 1978's Superman and 1980's Flash Gordon.
I didn't know
but
either
in
of that.
both cases, his accent was deemed too strong, and he lost the parts to Christopher Reeve and Sam J. Jones, respectively. So around that time, Arnold was being considered to play Fezzik in an adaptation of The Princess Bride, but the movie stalled for nearly a decade before being made with Andre the Giant in the role.
It's not my fault being the biggest and the strongest. I don't even exercise.
They said Andre couldn't move
caught
when he
his
filmed
big
that movie.
break with 1982's Conan the Barbarian. Producer Mike Metaboy approached Schwarzenegger for The Terminator to play Kyle Reese. But James Cameron later felt he would make a better machine and convinced Arnold to change roles.
My database does not encompass the dynamics of human peer bonding.
By the late 80s, Schwarzenegger was a bona fide superstar and turned down Adam Baldwin's role in Full Metal Jacket.
I didn't know that either.
Commando and
Predator.
Predator.
The Animal Mother? That'd been sweet.
That'd have been horrible.
Commando, I think, is one of his best movies. So
at least Bruce Willis.
They got missiles.
He would have been a bad Animal Mother, though. I like Baldwin as him better.
Schwarzenegger was the original choice for RoboCop, but producers worried he looked too big in the costume and replaced him with Peter Weller. Arnold did get to work with the director, Paul Verhoeven, on his next movie, though, after replacing Patrick Swayze in Total Recall. In the early 90s, Schwarzenegger was in talks to play Dr. Octopus in a Cameron-directed Spider-Man movie that never came to fruition. In the movies Arnold was set to star in met similar endings, including an I Am Legend with Ridley Scott,
I didn't know it was supposed to be an I Am
Will
Legend.
Smith's version. A live-action Curious George with Schwarzenegger as the man in the yellow hat.
Wow.
And the Watchmen movie years before Zack Snyder's, where Arnold would have played Dr. Manhattan.
I am tired of the same old faces.
In the mid-90s, after passing on 2 movies that went to Sylvester Stallone, Assassins and Judge Dredd, a movie was written for he and Sly to co-star in called Face Off. That was instead made with John Travolta.
Oh, he was going to be in Face Off?
The latter of
The movie was so awful.
Another movie Schwarzenegger
Awesome.
passed on, The Rock. But to be fair, Arnold only saw a partial script.
I mean, I'm going out there.
The list of other action parts he passed on or was in consideration for over the years is so long it could give you a tumor.
It's not a tumor at all.
Not a tumor.
Or in Air Force One, Jean-Claude Van
Isn't he Air
Damme's in
Force One?
Sudden Death, Kevin Sorbo's in Cole the Conqueror, Val Kilmer's in The Saint, Bruce Willis's in Armageddon, Samuel L. Jackson's role in SWAT,
He would have been horrible
and
in all
Jim
these roles.
Caviezel's in The Count of Monte Cristo, which he turned down to do The Last Action Hero.
That's another great movie. Underrated.
I love that movie. That movie came out at the same
Schwarzenegger
time. I got a funny
returns
Last
to theaters
Action
this
Hero
fall in
story, too.
Terminator Dark Fate, once again honoring his most famous movie line.
I'll be back.
Now, that movie, Last Action Hero, came out in 1993. The only reason I remember that is kind of funny. You mentioned, remember Jurassic Park. At the time, McDonald's came out with, McDonald's is always the cat's ass when it comes to movie promotions and all that. McDonald's had their summer movie was, Jurassic Park, groundbreaking, perfect. Burger King picked up the next biggest movie, which was Last Action Hero. And they had all the cups. It was such a flop, but it was so funny that they spent so much money. I bet you that Last Action Hero cups could go for fucking buku bucks on fucking.
I like that movie. It wasn't on my list, but
I had the video game on Super Nintendo too.
No shit. Last Action Hero?
Yeah. It was pretty. It was hard, man. I never beat it.
What other one?
There's this helicopter, the helicopter scene on the roof. Mm-hmm. The helicopter shoots you, and it always kills you. Like you have to try to shoot the helicopter, but it's too powerful, man.
So on my list, I had Terminator 2, and then Predator, Conan the Destroyer, and then Kindergarten Cop, and then Pumping Iron was my list.
Pumping Iron? I don't remember that. What year was that?
Documentary.
That's my bodybuilding career.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, out of these ones,
it's coming out.
Terminator Dark Fate. We'll start from now and go backwards here. Let's see. Some of these are just fucking stupid. Terminator Genesis, whatever. 2.5 Men. That's a series. The Expendables. Did you like The Expendables? That was okay. I didn't really.
I watched one of them, but I can't remember which one I watched.
I heard they might remake Twins with The Rock and what's his name? Kevin Hart.
Oh God! Please kill me now.
Enough of both of those
together.
Why does The Rock has to be in everything, man?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the end of the STD podcast because I cannot go on in a world where the Kevin Hart and The Rock are remaking Twins. I will be killing myself now. Thank you. That's a joke. But yeah, that is a fucking horrible concept. My God,
I like them together. I like them.
I like this whole run right here. End of Days.
Oh, when he was right. End of Days was awesome. End of Days. I'll tell you, I want to watch the trailer for End of Days because that was a very underrated movie too. I like in it. I'll tell you my favorite End of Days story as soon as you watch this trailer. This movie didn't get as much pub as I thought it should have. I think. I
liked it. I
don't think I've ever seen it.
This came out right at the end of '99 because end of the decade.
He's almost a good actor in this movie.
Courtesy Universal Studios.
Yeah.
Fear.
This could be this movie is about the coronavirus, really.
Right.
I've seen it before. In my dreams. It was never real, not until tonight.
Oh my god, the trailer looks so cheesy.
Things you never dreamed
I had this poster actually. I had a poster too.
Oh, that's stereotypical priest. 666.
1,000 years. You have awaited my return. Behold, you have failed.
Oh yeah, this trailer again. This is a horrible trailer. I don't know
I have no idea what's happening
from watching the trailer.
Okay, yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, this trailer was very bad. But my favorite scene, and basically, in the end of days, is it's kind of like that how the trailer went. But he's saving something from something. There's a lot more action. That I don't even remember those. To be honest with you.
My favorite scene is where he's making breakfast in the morning. It's on YouTube if you want to pull it up. But
I know exactly what scene you're talking about.
The end of days breakfast scene.
Where he squeezes her titty, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, hold on. Yeah, this is a fucking hilarious one. Hold on. Is that it? And then this one here. Hopefully there's no titties on this.
I don't think so.
What the hell is this? Oh, this is it. Okay.
They're leading into the scene that we're.
Really? This is courtesy of Paramount Studios. This is the beginning of the movie.
Okay.
Explosions never happen like this in real life. Yeah. A car blows up. Another car blows up. I'm outrunning it. That shrapnel alone would kill the whole fucking block.
And that's Satan.
Satan escaped from the fucking river.
Yeah, from the manhole. This isn't the breakfast scene though.
All right. There's the scene I'm talking about right here.
You clicked on the opening scene.
Yeah, they're in the theater when Schwarzenegger comes. They're eating dinner when Schwarzenegger comes in. I'll show you whenever Schwarzenegger pops up is when it comes in. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Well, this is the setup because this is the chick. The chick I'm pointing to the screen, but the chick right there, that blonde, is the one it happens to. New York 2K. Y2K was like 8 million years ago, didn't it?
I know that's what it was. It was everyone was afraid that Y2K was going to be the end of the world, and so that's what the movie was about, leading up to New Year's.
Oh, there's so many end of the world movies.
Yeah.
The restroom. Now, who wants that seat right next to the bathroom? Fuck that.
Yeah, no one.
Yeah, seats right next to them. Every time you open it, you get a fucking whiff of like shitter. Scenes in the restaurant.
Look at the phone booth in there.
Scene's going to the bathroom.
What orifice does he enter him through?
I don't know. You have to watch. The water's broke, bro. What's up?
He's suspicious that there could be some kind of ghost inside the room.
This was Dennis at work his last day.
Is he recreating the scene from Liar Liar?
That's me in the waiting room, fucking for my PTSD claim. Well, this is it coming up right here. This is it. This is awesome. Watch this. This is so fucking sweet.
What the hell are you?
He just fucking pulls out her titty, starts making out with her right in the restaurant. It's like, yeah. Well, at least he put the titty back.
It is. He was really worried about proper titty placement.
She's like, man, that felt good on my titty. Boom, Satan hits the street. So that's the end of days, courtesy of Paramount or whatever the fuck studio is. But I really like that fucking. I just had to see that scene. All right, real quick, we'll go to the Total Recall because Total Recall is honestly Total Recall might be a top 10 movie of all time. Period. I think that movie is so it encompasses all the awesome 90s. Sure, you don't know what Total Recall is. Imagine you're in 1990, okay, and you want to actually just watch the trailer. Watch the trailer. This is.
Yeah, you're in 1990s. You got your Tamagotchi.
Actually, 1990. Tamagotchi was 9 years later in this movie.
Was it?
Yeah.
Here's
Thank you for being
for the
helpers.
Coronavirus Council.
By staying home, you're protecting other people from getting
RJ,
sick.
what's the best sports movie? We're getting to that after this trailer. Hold on.
1996 Tamagotchi came out.
Children feel safe at unicefusa.org.
Ready for a surprise.
This box is out of this world.
You got a lot of nerve showing your face around here,
Who's talking? Own Total Recall, the special limited edition DVD.
It's getting to be an obsession.
Now totally remastered for widescreen and
Hold on,
Dolby
this isn't
Digital.
what I wanted. Fucking shit. Fuck. Remastered for digital DVD and Blu-ray. Do you remember? Do they still make Blu-ray?
Yeah.
PlayStation, yeah.
Huh.
Every PlayStation has Blu-ray player.
No, I thought they quit making them in the PlayStation 3.
I don't think so.
Maybe that was the first one. All right, well, the popularity has went down 631 spots in the next couple days. Oh, here we go. Trailer. There's the one I wanted to see. This is the trailer. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen, our viewer. This is courtesy of Universal Studios, or where the fuck Studios this is. TriStar Pictures, courtesy.
That's the one with the unicorn, right?
Those effects.
Quaid. Cut. Quaid.
Movie they just, or the end of that thing, they just show the end of the movie. That's fucking hilarious. Yeah, but Total Recall was fucking that might be my favorite Schwarzenegger movie easily. All right, we got some in here in the comments. RJ wrote best movie filmed in Cleveland. All right, so what would you guys say is the best movie filmed in Cleveland out of all the movies that you know that are filmed in Cleveland?
The Avengers.
No.
Yeah.
What about
Now we gotta look it up.
Don't play Draft Day, man. Oh my god.
No, Draft Day, I'll tell you what, I was so pumped for that movie. If that movie wasn't about the Browns, that would have been honestly, it's one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. I mean, it just
what about Major League?
I mean, I don't think Major League was really filmed in Cleveland. They filmed most of that movie.
Yeah, I don't think it was.
No, they filmed it at the stadium, didn't they?
No, it was Milwaukee County Stadium they did. The best of my knowledge. Movies filmed in Cleveland.
Pages. Wikipedia has films shot in Cleveland.
Category films shot in Cleveland. All right, here. Oh, no, geez, there's a whole bunch. Air Force One. Air Force One was filmed in Cleveland. At the one scene when they're evading the one capital is
but it's only one part though.
Severance Center, and the other part is Mansfield Prison.
When they filmed Spider-Man 3, you can even go back and watch the movie when he's swinging through and chasing Sandman. You can see he swings right in front of it says the Cleveland Municipal Building.
Oh, nice.
They didn't edit that out.
Dude, I remember when they were filming all those movies. We walk around downtown, you can see all the sets and shit. I remember it started that the summer of 2011 was when I first started working downtown, and it was that Avengers you were talking about was being filmed there. Remember that, Dennis, in front of Tower City? They blocked it all off. I don't know. You weren't living there yet, but they blocked off. They put a big bus crash there, and it was the Tower City Hotel, Plaza Hotel, right to the right was called the Hotel Straub. Oh, you know what? Now that I think about it, Christmas Story is easily the best movie filmed here. No question about it.
But it doesn't take place. In Cleveland, though.
That's true. It doesn't really take place in Cleveland. I mean, The Deer Hunter doesn't really take place in Cleveland either. But I mean, the movies that are filmed here, it's got to be fucking Christmas Story. The movies that take place here, shit, I don't know.
That's true. Probably almost none. Antoine Fisher is one of them.
I think you have to have two different categories of filmed in Cleveland or takes place in Cleveland.
Let's see, movies set in Cleveland. RJ said a movie called Fortune Cookie. I ain't heard of that.
Draft Day.
Draft Day's the first one. All right, Draft Day. Obviously, if we think about movies set in Cleveland, fucking Major League's got to be it then. But
Major League is the most famous one, I think.
The Fortune Cookie had Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau.
I don't remember that one. Detroit Rock City. Do you remember that? That's when they were teenagers in Cleveland going to a Kiss concert up in Detroit.
Okay. I gotta watch that again.
The actual movie wasn't too bad.
That's like me, man. I'm from Detroit, man, but I'm in Cleveland.
Detroit and Cleveland are sister cities, dude. It's fucking
pretty much. I mean, they're very much alike.
All right, let's see. I had some more on the
list. We got Eminem, and you guys got MGK though.
I know Eminem is better by far. All right, Sylvester Stallone. Okay. Let's see. Sylvester Stallone. IMDb.
I'm gonna look it up too.
Yeah. All right, there we go. All right, so off the top, I mean, obviously you got Rocky and the ones that stick out. But what's Stallone movies that you like in this list that Rambo like that? But
let me look them up here.
Creed 2.
I really like those Expendables movies. Like they remind me of just the action shoot 'em up like 80s movies.
Right? Well, there's no plot.
Yeah. There's a loose plot, and it's just a bunch of guns and a bunch of big guys just beating the crap out of each other.
Some of these explosions. You had some dark times in here. Look at until the Expendables came out.
You had some direct video shit.
Rocky Balboa. Well, I remember Rocky Balboa. Let's see.
I just forgot about those Rocky movies.
I really like all the Rambos, especially the last Rambo last.
But I gotta say, Demolition Man, it's actually a great movie.
Here we go.
Empire that I didn't really pick up the first.
What's your favorite out of the Rambos?
The first one.
What was Rambo? The one where
First Blood Part 2 was fucking sweet. Let's watch the trailer for that.
No, just straight Rambo that came out in
2008. I don't think I've seen all of them, to be honest.
Wait, are you talking about the one that just came out?
No, the one 2008, just Rambo.
Dude,
Rambo. Yeah, that one was actually pretty cool. I remember
50 cal right on the guy.
Oh, this one was like such
a face.
Stallone was fucking on steroids in this movie, like a son bitch. I remember this. This is 2008. This is courtesy of I don't know, whoever it says in the first screen there.
A message for children. Thank you for
sorry about all the coronavirus messages, people.
By staying home.
Yeah, RJ was right. Julia's in the house. What's up, Julia? She's got some cookie emojis. Showing some cookies. I like it.
Find ways to help children feel safe at unicefusa.org.
This is courtesy of Lionsgate Films.
A Weinstein company.
Let the bodies hit the.
This is so great.
Yeah, this is a bad song, but I thought some of the scenes were just so brutal and so good.
They're so over the top bloody, dude.
They're great.
This is just get Stallone $20 million and just fucking put him out there and do whatever.
Right.
Rambo. Live for nothing or die for something.
Live for nothing or die for something.
Oh, what was the spoof movie off of this? I forget what it's called.
Oh, Hot Shots.
Hot Shots and Hot Shots Part 2.
Hot Shots Part 2 was hilarious. Where fucking Charlie Sheen was shooting all those guys, and it's like, we got the body count for most records.
Right.
Bodies kept stacking up and shit. No. What was your out of the Rocky? You remember all the Rockies, every one of them? Well, not the Creeds because those were kind of whatever. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Which out of those did you like the most?
Probably the one with was it Rocky 4? I think
Mr. T, Clubber Lang.
No, Ivan Drago.
Ivan Drago. Yeah, that was 4.
Yeah, I think that was my favorite one. I think that was, and then the montage was good when he was in the snow and in the barn versus like the yeah.
When they're training in this is the ultimate Cold War fucking propaganda flick. I love this. When fuck it, if he dies, he dies.
I never watched any of the Creeds yet.
I haven't either. I probably will.
This won't be the end of me. Or you.
What is this bullshit? Hold on.
Creed 2.
Photos. Cast. Where the fuck is the appears? Where are the trailers at?
Scroll down a little bit. Usually it's right under videos.
I guess they don't have it.
No. YouTube it.
Yeah. Julia wrote, and then there was two. What was that movie? We'll get into that after here. Let's see. Here we go. Here's the Rocky IV trailer, courtesy of Touchstone Pictures, or I don't know what the fuck the film is. Oh, Weinstein Films, wasn't that last one? Weinstein?
Yeah, the Weinstein film.
It's crazy. NGA.
Today, the Soviet Union has officially entered professional boxing.
This is the best one.
Against anyone who's qualified.
My favorite.
Bravo is the most perfect.
This is where they measure his punch strength or whatever. The force of his punch.
Whatever.
He kills him in an exhibition.
Yeah, right.
How do you not stop the exhibition?
Throw in the damn towel.
If he dies, he dies. They killed the black man first too, like so racist.
He could have saved.
Right, what the fuck, man?
He'll never forget you, Apollo.
Never
But
forget you,
now,
Apollo.
the one thing he can't do, walk away.
Has a fight date been set yet?
December 25th,
Where?
At Christmas.
Russia.
Are you nuts? Miss Calhoun, when will you be going to Russia?
I'm not going to Russia. I don't know what you're talking about.
He's had one professional fight and
Doing
one.
it for his country.
To baby, he's going to have to kill me.
Why can't you change your thinking?
Because I'm a fighter.
This acting is so bad, man.
But everyone wants to. This is an awesome story, though.
Oh, I know. This is an awesome training movie ever. This movie makes me proud to be an
This training
American.
montage is my favorite.
What the fuck?
Where he's got all the high tech stuff. And the
Right,
gym.
Rock just going old school.
What does that machine do?
It's measuring something, bro. You know that. He's got to be blonde too.
I must break you.
I must break you.
Man, his trunks are ridiculous.
The ends blows up with the gloves blow.
Yeah.
That's courtesy of YouTube Entertainment. All right, we got Julia. All right, we can get some comments here. And then there was two. I don't remember that movie. Oh, what's that a movie about? And then there was two. Let's see. So video. Is this a song? Trailer. All right, Jero, I met the Creed 2 director at Cleveland State. He came by my office. Was he how did you know he was a Creed 2 director? Did he walk around telling you that, or did you recognize him?
He had a badge.
All right. Spies in disguise.
Yeah, this is a song.
I don't know what that is. Julie, you're gonna have to expand on that. Snakes on a Plane. Yeah, that's a Sam Jackson movie. I'm cool with Snakes on a Plane. Any other I'll tell you my favorite fucking, well, not my favorite, but one of the Stallone movies I like that's very underrated in my opinion is Copland. Now, do you guys remember Copland?
Yeah, where he lives he's a cop in that town where all the cops live.
Right.
Stop or my mom will shoot.
He was
God, that movie was horrible.
Stop or else. But Copland, yeah, he was an auxiliary transit police. You gotta watch it.
Yeah, there's that corrupt cops.
Mm-hmm. They're all the whole city of New York's corrupt.
New York City, a cop has been murdered.
Today, he is laid to rest here in the cemetery at Garrison, New Jersey.
And a small town sheriff is about to uncover
Checking up on us.
Babbage isn't dead, you know it, and I know
a big-time conspiracy.
You know what you're doing, do you? Shut up.
It's over. The case is closed. You're gonna come at them head on? What are you gonna do, Sheriff? You're gonna arrest the whole town?
Yeah, it's a good movie. I haven't seen it in a long time, but
Robert De Niro.
This movie's 23
Yeah,
years
look
old.
at the cast, man. I mean, it's
I know. I totally forgot De Niro was in that fucking movie.
Daddy, you all
Oh,
right?
easy there, HBO. All right. Stop. All right. All right. We'll move on from Stallone here. Let's see who else we got on the list. All right. Top 5 Julia Roberts movies. Now, do you guys even like Julia Roberts? Let me start there.
I
I know
don't
she
know if I
is,
can-
but I just can't think of anything.
She was in Ocean's 11, right?
Oh yeah, she's Julie Roberts. She's the wife of what's his name?
He married
Lyle
Lovett. You remember when she was married to Lyle Lovett?
Nope.
Do you know who Lyle Lovett even is?
No.
Heard of the name. Can't think of the face.
But it was like right after she filmed Pretty Woman, there was a brief period in 1990 where he was like a singer, and she got made fun of so much because she was. I'll show you what Lyle Lovett looks like. Obviously, you know what Julia Roberts looked like, but Lyle Lovett was like this is like me marrying fucking. I don't know.
Like goober.
Right. Look at this guy. I mean, he's pretty out there. I mean, he never looked normal. And this guy's see right here, Julia Roberts. And he's that's pretty crazy, man. But I love Julia Roberts because my favorite Julia Roberts, Erin Brockovich was good. Her boobs were popping in that movie. But my best friend, this is my best friend's wedding. Is one of my all-time favorite movies. And I'm doing this because don't laugh here because this is because me and my mom went and saw this at the theater, and my mom passed away a couple years ago. But I really like this movie. So here's a trailer. This is a rom-com. If you've never seen it, you gotta watch this.
It's got sentimental value.
It does. Watch this. Dermot Mulrooney's in this. That's why I brought up Dermot Mulrooney earlier. It's courtesy of TriStar Pictures.
I've always had great friends who are men. There's you, and of course my best friend, Michael. Sophomore year at Brown, you won't believe what we did. He says swear when we're 28. If we've never married, we marry each other. And we've been best friends ever since.
You're about to be 28 in 3 weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
You Grant.
How old is he?
No, Michael's not proposing marriage. Well, you just can't do that.
Hey, Jules, it's Michael. Call me 4 in the morning, whatever. We got to talk. Bye.
What if you weren't ready?
This is awkward timing, Michael.
I've had a sex change operation.
I'm married.
That's Dennis.
And I have 2 weeks to live.
I've had a sex change operation.
Michael?
Look, I have to ask you something really important.
Could I just tell you one thing first?
I called because I met someone.
What if you weren't the one, Dennis?
We're getting married this Sunday.
If you love someone, it is your duty to protect them from themselves. I've got to break up a wedding, steal the bride's fella, and I haven't one clue how to do it.
Someday, when I'm
Look at smile, boy.
When the
That's
world
Mulrooney.
is
Talking about Julia Roberts. Cameron Diaz, too, in her prime, baby. Look at that.
This just makes everything so perfect.
Tonight.
I've never had a sister.
So here's some random lady that's my fiance's old friend.
Well, the premise of the movie is utterly ridiculous. Now, the premise of the movie is, as you see, Julia Roberts and Dermot Mulrooney were friends back in college, and they dated for one hot month, as they say. And he calls her out the blue because Hugh Grant reminded her of this proposal they had back in college. If they weren't, for some reason, if they weren't married by the time they were 28, seems like an arbitrarily young age to get married. But it was 1997, so who knows? But if they weren't married by 98, they were going to get married to each other. But so he calls up. Dermot Mulrooney calls up Julia Roberts and tells her, supposedly this is his best friend. All right. And he has no clue that he's been dating Cameron Diaz this whole time, or Julia Roberts does. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm getting married Saturday. Be there. You know what I mean? The premise.
Yeah. He would have made that call 6 months ago when they're sending out invites.
Well, he would have probably called her when they were talking, like, yo, I got this chick, man. She's smoking hot. Her dad owns the fucking White Sox. In the movie, her dad's the fucking owner of the White Sox. Like, information, you're just going to spring in somebody on a weekend. You know what I mean? Like, if Dennis is dating a billionaire, or Dennis is dating a girl,
right? I'm going out. I got a date with Jeff Bezos tomorrow, man.
Right, or say Dennis is going out with like Gordon Gutt or who owns the Cavs, Dan Gilbert's daughter or something. This is going to be news that I'm going to want to know. In the press, I want access to some of these facilities, not just hey, this weekend. One time, that's it, boom. And then why would she try to fuck out that and you got access to a billionaire's money? Like, come on with this fucking rom-com stuff, buddy. But I still love that movie, though. You guys have any favorite Julia Roberts movies or no?
No.
None of these? Pretty Woman?
Ocean's 11.
Who's your, who do you think the most attractive actress is?
The most, I'll tell you right. I'll type it in right here. Actually, Heather Graham.
Who?
Heather Graham. You never heard of Heather Graham?
What's she in?
She was in Austin Powers. She was in Boogie Nights. You don't remember?
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you, her favorite movie of mine, obviously, is Boogie Nights. So we got to watch the Boogie Nights trailer while we're up in this.
Oh my god!
You remember, dude? There's so many scenes on Boogie Nights that I patterned my life after. But I'm going to show you we'll watch the trailer and I'll show you my one favorite scene here. Here's the trailer.
I have seen it though quite a few times, but yeah.
This is courtesy of New Line Cinema, I think.
Who's yours, Connor?
Joey.
Mine's right there. Gal Gadot.
This was rated R for restricted. Yeah, there's
one special thing, right? Everyone's blessed with one special thing. I want you to know I plan on being a star. A big, bright, shiny.
Mark Wahlberg in his prime.
Eddie Adams from Torrance.
Yep.
R.I.P. Burt Reynolds.
Oh yeah.
Exotic.
He's such a creep.
You know.
In 1977, a kid from nowhere.
Maybe think about your name.
My name, yeah.
The Colonel.
Good name. I like your name a lot.
Had a dream
I like
of
your name a
getting
lot.
somewhere.
Jack Horner has found something special in newcomer Dirk Diggler.
So let me just pop in this 8-track, and you just give a list of things.
Hey, what's his name?
This is the Urban Cowboy.
Disco was king.
These are the ones. These are great.
Yeah, those are really cool. Are they lizard?
No, they're Italian.
Do you like my shoes?
Pretty cool.
Sex
Roller Girl.
was safe.
Julianne Moore, too.
Pleasure was a business.
Terrific. Nice work.
And business was booming.
And the award for best newcomer goes to Mr. Dirk Diggler.
Wow.
Goodbye, 1979. Hello, 1980. Are you ready?
But in 1980,
Come on, you puppies.
the party was over.
You are fired. What? You're fired.
It's jealousy, it's deceitfulness, it's vindictiveness, but I mean, God, what can you expect when you're on top? Oh, wait. Love this part.
New Line Cinema presents a portrait of 2 decades in the life of a business, the days of a dreamer, and the nights in
Look
between.
at an ass on fucking Elder Graham.
Are there people who spend 2 decades in the pornography business?
What's that now?
I said, are there people who spend 2 decades in the pornography business as an actor?
Yeah, I mean, well, there's some. I mean, what's her name? Christy Canyon still does the occasional ones. I mean, it's like throwback shit, and Ron Jeremy still works, as far as I know.
Work.
I mean, I don't know how they do it, but I mean, it is what that part is.
The elder statesman of pornography.
All right, so we got some comments here. Oh, RJ wrote Mystic Pizza is his favorite fucking Julia Roberts movie. Do you guys, Mystic Pizza was a romantic comedy. That was 87, I think.
I've never seen this. I don't know what it is.
Fuck, that was a long time ago. I barely remember that. We're fucking old, dude.
Never even heard of it.
Well, let's watch the Mystic Pizza. Dude, Mystic Pizza is one of the oldest. I can't even. Hold on, you guys got to see this.
Hey,
you got to watch.
Hey, I think they shut YouTube down. It says for suspended for policy violations.
Hyundai has options to shop
This
for
is
a vehicle
courtesy of.
online and a participating
Hey,
dealer.
Joe, are you looking at the live feed? The live feed? Too?
It says that.
0% APR for
Yeah.
4 months on the 2022
Wait, hold on.
and
The live feed says that?
Yeah.
Where?
Quick, go to YouTube.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah.
Hold on. Viewing. Continue YouTube. They suspend the account?
No, they just paused it. Maybe we shouldn't be watching all these videos talking about them.
Oh. I look right there. It doesn't look like it's too bad. Hold on.
No, just a minute ago it said it was suspended.
Let's see. Oh, that part I'm watching. Let's see. Oh, stream unavailable, stream suspended for policy reasons. Oh, all right. Well, we're not going to be watching any more trailers today. Let's get out of that. All right. So, exiting the trailer feed. So, I guess we're not allowed to credit the studios and go from there. So,
Not allowed to do a live review of trailers.
I guess, man. So there goes that segment. But so, did you have you guys been keeping up with the Jordan stuff or no?
Nope.
The Jordan doc, did you watch any of them?
Nope.
Do you know who Michael Jordan is?
I think he played baseball for a little bit.
Yeah, he was a outfielder for the White Sox there for a little bit. I hope they don't give me like some kind of copyright notice or something. I should check my email now. Now I'm worried. Let me see here.
They're probably sending the police to your location as we speak.
Oh, Don never said he was here. What the fuck? You got to message me, or did he message me? Hold on. You've been kicked off 3 times. It says Siegfried and Roy died. Damn, y'all got blocked. All right, I gotta really pay attention. Can you guys hear us now?
See, this is why you need a
producer. Yeah.
Producer.
Well, I mean, fuck, dude. I don't know. I don't know shit about producing. But he left now because he got pissed. All right, well, Don, if you're out there, come back because you didn't tell me. You got to type, "Hey, man, I'm here," or do something, bro.
Yeah, we're not watching the.
Right, I'm live on the air, man. I can't watch my YouTube feed. I can't watch the thing. All right, RJ said he can hear now. Now I wonder, are we just not allowed to show anything now, or can we?
I think it probably flags it.
I think they'll probably tell you.
I think there's like a database of films and shows and things where if you show the same stuff, they just flag it automatically. It's just algorithms.
I'm gonna check my Gmail right now and see what's up. Because let's see, updates to Disney terms of use. Your Friday briefing. You know what, Amy? I might just be a one. You need to watch the Green Room. I do need to watch the Green Room. RJ wrote, "I am a producer. I produce 2 kids that I know of, that he knows of." Well, I mean, there as far as you know that you know, and then who knows? We don't know that. Yes, I don't know what was up with that. Did we talk about the Browns schedule? We did not. Dennis and Tom don't really like football. I mean, they do, but not enough to talk about it to where they're interested. It's basically me talking to myself, rehashing stuff I heard on fucking, Baskin and Phelps earlier. So that's kind of pointless. Nobody wants to hear that shit. But if you're out there and you want to talk about something, or actually, Tom, bring up something for the next 30 seconds or so, because I really got to use a can, man. So give me a second, because I'm doing a lot of stuff. So talk about it. I'm carrying for a minute, bro.
All right, Dennis. So I asked Joe, who's your most favorite actress, like most attractive actress right now?
Oh no! Oh man.
Who do you like that's like in movies right now or?
Shit, I'm such a bad. I'm so bad at keeping up with current movies though.
What about in the past then?
Wow.
Put you on the spot.
I have no idea.
Right now, mine is Gal Gadot, the
oh yeah,
she plays Wonder Woman.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yep.
Well, me too. Yeah, same.
Same. that's copy your answer. It's fine. Yeah.
No, I'm trying to think though. Like,
there's not too many. Well, what's the most recent movie you saw in the theater?
Bad Boys 2 or whatever, 3. Bad Boys 3. Bad Boys 3. Bad Boys for Life.
When did that come out?
December. I really didn't like the movie, but oh yeah, Gabrielle Union. She's very.
It's 2020.
Yeah.
Big Sal from Medea goes to jail.
Or what? Oh, it came out in January. I don't know. I knew I watched it when I was in Mexico. I was there for December and January. So
yeah, released January 17th.
Okay.
I saw the first one of those, the first Bad Boys, but I haven't seen any of the other ones.
The first one was the best one. The first one's great. The second one is it's not the same magic, and this one doesn't even seem like the same movie franchise. It's almost like Fast and the Furious or something.
What's your favorite Will Smith movie?
Probably that. Either First Bad Boys or I Am Legend.
I Am Legend. I Am Legend was good. I didn't like the zombie creatures, whatever they were. They look too fake. Look too CG.
That's true. I just thought the concept was interesting, and the way the movie was shot in New York, that was really cool.
I like survival movies, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's one of the better ones, man.
Let me check his filmography. Will Smith. Actor.
I just feel like all of his recent movies have been terrible.
Did you watch Gemini Man?
No, I heard it was bad. I was kind of interested because they filmed it. So I met one of the guys who worked on the movie on my way to Columbia in 2018, he was a transportation like captain or something. All I know is he organized all the transportation for the set and crew. So we ended up talking the whole time, and he showed me all these pictures of him with Will Smith and stuff. So I believed him. So I kind of was looking forward to watching the movie because the guy was really nice. He bought me. It was my birthday, so he bought me like 3 drinks on the airplane before he landed.
All right, so I read up on what happened. Well, I didn't get an email or anything like that, but this is what it says on their help website. Your channel's live streaming ability will be automatically turned off. Well, we can still talk now, so I don't know if it's because we're going for StreamYard, but it says your channel got a community guideline strike. Your live stream or archive stream is blocked globally. Your live stream gets a copyright takedown. In addition, for channels that have significant numbers of videos with features disabled, live streaming functionality may also be disabled. You could check if your channel has any strikes and check whether you are currently having access to live streaming here. All right, let me click the little button. Let's see what it says. See if I get any strikes.
Yeah, well, you read that, but I actually got Gemini Man from the library, and I thought it was pretty good. It was worth renting.
You did? You liked it?
Yeah, it was worth renting, worth watching, but I wouldn't have probably wanted. Wouldn't want to see it in the theater.
Okay. Well, I might rent it then.
But it's pretty good. There's pretty cool weapon scenes, pretty good fight scenes.
What's it called? What were we talking about?
Gemini Man with Will Smith.
Okay, I have not seen that. All right, actually, before we do anything real quick, before we sign off, I want to see if we can still stream from my own channel because I want to see what's up. Hold on.
Well, we're streaming on YouTube right now.
That is true, but I want to see if I can, because it says you can't. You can stream from your own channel. So let me go back to this. All right, I'm gonna play the "Thank You Nurses" clip and see if that works. Thank you, nurses. Did that work? Ours is on our Nurses Day. Hold on. Let me go back. So I guess I could play my own videos there.
Yep.
Thank you, nurses. Thank you, nurses. All right, so that worked. All right, so yeah, so that's and according to the if you can see this here, let me get rid of this part here. Hold on. Wait, no, I am better than you guys, but that's not the way I want. All right, if you can see that there, whoa, yeah, I guess you can't. But it says 0 of 3 copyright strikes. Your copyright violations are listed below. So I didn't get any copyright strikes or anything like that. And it says the only things I can't do is the ability to offer channel memberships. That's it. Everything else is good to go. Oh, we got somebody. Don's back in the house.
That's
What's up, buddy?
Yeah. Dozen cookies.
That's it. Everything else is good to go. Donnie S. We got somebody.
Hold on.
He's on a delay. He's on a fucking delay.
So I leave for like 10 fucking minutes, one episode, and you motherfuckers get a copy strike. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Last week's show couldn't be put on the air. This week's show you get a fucking copyright strike? Are you out of your fucking minds? All 3 of you are fucking fired.
It wasn't a copyright strike. I looked at
it. I did nothing. It
was just a streaming block. There wasn't a
There
copyright.
was no strike.
No strike, buddy. We're good,
We're currently live. Look at this.
Awesome. Man. Look at it. That's like fucking infinite TVs and shit. Now, Don, did you get to hear the intro, the new intro?
Whose genius idea was it to fucking go and do a whole fucking thing with movie trailers in it?
That was mine because I was the show prep guy.
Of course it was.
I'm the show prep guy, buddy.
I knew it wasn't fucking Tom's idea. He's too smart for that. And I knew it wasn't Dennis's idea because he's too smart for that.
That's true. Very true.
All right, I'm gonna get off here. I just wanted to call it, jump on and yell at you.
All right,
but
buddy.
next week I will be back in my regular position. So buckle up, bitches. We're gonna do it right.
All right, buddy. We'll see you next
And
week.
stop with the fucking horn. You're not in a club, DJ Z. I'm out.
Don's regular position is like.
Dude, I love that fucking horn, man. It's the best thing ever in the history of the universe. All right. I'd like to thank our special guest, no one, because nobody showed up today. Tom and Dennis were here for the show. I'm working on some trying to get some comedy going on because I know the bars are opening up next week. Stay tuned for that. Maybe we'll have the Laugh Infection 2 return. We never know.
Oh, you know what we should do? Now think about it. I thought about this earlier. You guys should like try doing we get 6 people on the screen and try doing your 5 minutes of bits, 5 minutes of stand up and seeing if you get some laughs.
We can do that. But what I'm thinking originally with getting back to the regular show part type deal, as you know, that VFW, they got that patio for sure. I mean, obviously we're not gonna start on the 15th. You got to have the inside bar open up, or it's not realistic. But I mean, they got that patio, the parking lot, and the bar. I mean, you could put people in the car, make a little part of the parking lot area. You know what I mean? So run something like that, and then fucking charge $10 a head or pass around a donation bucket. We can get this comedy thing popping again, man, for sure. That's what I'm thinking, at least. What do you think, Dennis? He's like, yeah. About to go kill some microwave burritos. All right, and also happy Mother's Day to those of you out there who are women, and transgender moms too. I don't want to exclude you guys, but everybody else, just have a great Mother's Day weekend. Have a good barbecue Sunday. It's gonna be cold as fuck tonight, so cuddle up with somebody, play with some titties, etc. Anybody else got anything before we get out of here? All right, that's it. We'll see you next week. Peace. As Pat usually says, get infected. Bye, guys.